at Christmas time. And it is the mistletoe. And y'all, this mistletoe smells so much like Christmas. I mean, I don't know what mistletoe actually smells like, but this smells so good, y'all. That's why I have it burning. Even though I have this one over here, this is the one made by Tim's. It's Thymes, and it's called Fraser Fir. Oh my gosh, it smells so good too. Y'all, either one of these would be such a great Christmas present. Somebody may not go buy themselves a little candle. It's just so nice to put in a restroom. Like when people are coming over your guest bath downstairs, or if you have a powder room or whatever. Because these are small, they're great for small areas. I love that without it being lit. And because I've got my lamp over there, I can't light it. But I also like the way this one looks. Look at the little fir tree pine needles. That's really pretty. Yeah, that's a really great gift, to be honest with you. I put it over here because it's all my silver going on. And I thought it would look good with my little tree. But anyway, I love this one. Instead of getting this at the Yankee Candle store, though, I found it at Bed Bath & Beyond. And I just love that it's scenting up my room right now. And I'm just loving it. No kidding. Okay, so here was another idea that you might want to give is, again, things that somebody might not buy themselves. And, gosh, I guess it's been 2 years ago that I actually bought this book. And I made it part of a giveaway, and people went crazy over this book, y'all. And I have to tell you, this is such a great, sorry, my sinus is just like, does that ever happen to you? Okay. This is such a great book. And for girls that love makeup or fashion or history, what's really interesting about this book, I took it with me on a trip and read it while I was out on the beach. I didn't use any oil on my body anywhere. Just so I put out sunscreen about half an hour before so it'd be good and absorbed. Cleaned my hands so that I could use this book without getting oil or sand on it. Actually, I was at the poolside. And I read about the history of face paint, of makeup, and it was really interesting. At times it's very disturbing what women were willing to do to themselves just to look pretty. We still do, really, don't we? We act like we've come such a long way, but I mean, they would put lead makeup on their face. That was just terrible, but anyway. But it was also showed some of the really incredible packaging, and I think this is from Lisa Eldridge's personal collection. I'm not positive, I think so. But this book is by Lisa Eldridge. She's a makeup artist here on YouTube. She's a pro. And I just think it's great that she came out with this book. And no kidding, I think anybody would find this interesting. It's got some iconic people. It's got iconic pieces and a lot of history. So if somebody just is like a history buff, I really think, even though maybe people are like, well, you're maybe into makeup, say, you might find this very interesting on the history of women. Because it really talks about women a lot in this too. Another one that I like is by Kevin Aucoin. It's called Making Faces, and this is more like it's kind of hard, kind of soft magazine, and it's again got just iconic faces that he's done. He's also a professional, and he gives you tips in here, things he's done. Not so much trying to sell a certain product, but to help you figure out certain things about makeup. And he's a professional makeup artist, and he gives different looks of different people, young and old, and warm and cold, and just different kinds of looks and how he's done them. I don't know if you can see that as I'm flipping it, but anyway, that's another one. And here's another good thing about these. These are great coffee table books. That's where I have them out on my little ottoman in here in my little room. And if you don't want to do that, or you don't have the money to do that, they're a little bit more. You can always get something very similar, and that is, and it's also pricing. This one's $12. It's a magazine, but it's a magazine I wouldn't have said, hey, would you gone out and bought that for yourself? Well, I did, because I just found this so interesting. But this is it's a, what's it called? Grace Ormond Wedding Style. Is that the name of this? Anyway, it doesn't have to be this one, but just maybe one of those more expensive magazines. It's the hard copy kind. And this is about weddings. Now, I've been married for 18 years, going on, 18 years. This past November 14th. And so I'm not looking to, look for stuff for wedding, but I still find it's pretty. And it's got these beautiful, like, gowns and shoes, wedding cakes that are just stunning to look at. The scenery now that people do for their weddings, the backdrops for receptions and the places that they go, it's just sort of, it's a fashion and fun, beauty, definitely beauty for both. It's got a little bit on the groom, but these gowns are just stunning. So if you like fashion, wedding is certainly a great place to start for fashion. So again, another great, maybe you could even do a combination of a hard copy book and a really nice magazine that's like one of those $10 or $15 magazines that you give for someone who enjoys that kind of thing. So that's something. And then last but not least, I would be remiss if I didn't include something. Oh, by the way, before I do that, one of the really fun things if you have a makeup girl is to put together a little makeup bag. Like, just get little things like, you know, maybe a fingernail polish and maybe a face cream. And maybe if you've got some samples, get some of those little silk bags and put in some little perfume samples or other kind of little samples. And then give her some things that kind of go with beauty. Maybe a really pretty hairbrush. Like, you know, they've got those sparkly gold hairbrushes now. Or one of the cute wet hairbrushes. Or a really sparkly or pretty hair bow or hair clasp. A real pretty makeup pouch. But also, I would throw in there a black washcloth. Now, you can get that one that says, that I told you about before, and it's been in lots of my videos, that says makeup on it, and that's kind of cool. But no kidding, if you just get a couple of nice, this is just a brand new, I don't even know who makes this. Hold on. Wamsutta. Just a black, nice washcloth to keep, and I literally lay this in front of me when I'm doing my makeup, so that if I get some on my hands, I can wipe it off. If I have a boo-boo, of course, you know, I always keep makeup wipes. Neutrogena, that's the one you could throw in, a Neutrogena makeup wipe. I think I have those handy. Do I? But y'all know what they look like. Here they are. Maybe put that also in the bag. And like I said, maybe put in a really cute makeup pouch. So this is a Charlotte Tilbury one. You can get that from charlottetilbury.com. It's a little more expensive. Or you could include something like, you know, eyelash curlers, or I would stick to things that don't have a color, unless one of the items that I would say is an IT Cosmetics No Tug Waterproof Gel Eyeliner. I always have to look at it because it's such a long name, but y'all, this is the best. If somebody uses eyeliner, it doesn't matter what their skin color is, as long as they use an eyeliner. This black eyeliner is the best. It's just, nothing really tops it. And again, just a cute little makeup pouch, or those little silk bags. Or not, they're not really silk, but those little, you know, those little, do I have one in any? I don't know, sheer bags. And just put together a little package of that kind of stuff and throw in one of these little makeup towels. And that would be so cute to have all that put together. If someone likes makeup and they enjoy that kind of thing. Or maybe you'd make the little pouch and throw in the back either a book or a makeup fashion magazine in the back. So that's a good idea. But again, I would be remiss if I did not mention a makeup palette and brush set. And right now, one of my favorites, let me move this back, is the IT Cosmetics. I really do love Sigma line, but I really have fallen in love with these IT Cosmetics brushes. This is the one that I've shown, that it comes with the little cup holder. This is the one that I've shown on my last video, or a couple of videos ago now. But it comes with these beautiful brushes that have kind of like a silver on top, white on the bottom, and like this is a buffing brush. And they're just really good. They're dense. They're soft. They're well made. The ferrules are nice and tight. They're really well, you know, the brushes don't, the pieces don't come out, the hairs don't come out. Very, very nice. And this one that I've got in this cup actually is holding two collections. This has also got the kind of rosy gold with the rose and then clear bottom. And it's got the blush brush. This I think is also a foundation brush, the angle liner for the brow, and then this looks like just a crease. Yeah, eyeshadow brush. Actually, that's not a crease. This is an eyeshadow brush. Almost like a fluffy. But the one that I really, really like that comes in this cup right now is the foundation brush. This is another fluffy brush. It just says Stunning Eyeshadow Brush. I think this is the name of this line is Stunning. Oh, Dazzling Crease Brush. And this is a smudger, which I call a short shader, just because I am a Sigma brush person as well, and they call it a short shader. But Yeah, so you could get a little brush set like this, or if you really want to go all out for someone, you could get the brush set. And one of the palettes that I'm really enjoying right now and looks very Christmassy is the It Girl palette. And it's just called It Girl. I don't know if you can see that with all my fingerprints on it and the flash. But just look how festive and pretty that is. It's so sparkly. And then it's got kind of a matte and shimmer mix. It's got highlighter, both matte and shimmer. And it's got both a warm and a cool look with a blush in the middle that's kind of fades out on the bottom to like a highlight. So it's a really good all round. I think probably anybody could use this palette if you're trying to get a palette for someone. It is a little more of an investment because it was, I think, $50. So, yeah, so that's a little more expensive. But there's also all kinds of really pretty palettes out there that aren't that expensive that you could get. And I don't know. I think that's a good item to have. Or do you see this? Now, this is just something that I got, I think, at Hobby Lobby is where I got this. It just says Believe. And it's got little places for tea candles on the back. And if you give that to somebody, especially if you give it to them early, like in the first couple of weeks, if you don't wait all the way to Christmas when you meet with a friend, it's nice because they can put it out. And they can enjoy it. And remember, every year when they pack it up and then they pull it back out, that you were the one that gave it to them. So anyway, those are just some ideas for you to give, part 1 and part 2, for my Christmas gift ideas. And I love you guys, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye! Bye, 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 bye! I'm going to go smell this candle, y'all. It just smells so good.